Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Nexus podcast. This is episode 24 for January 13th, 2021. We are Heather and Jimmy, and this is your breakdown of all the important news in the world of Blizzard Entertainment. Old episodes, as always, available on nexuspodcast.com, available on all major platforms there, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast, Stitcher, TuneIn, etc. And check out the conversations throughout the week. Nexus Podcast, hashtag Nexus Podcast, as Ray decides to chime in.
Ray's there too.
And old video episodes, youtube.com/DJ Tyrant. And you can find all our socials through both myself and Heather's links in our profiles. So, yeah. And also, if you listen to last week's and the audio seemed a little weird, that should be fixed this week. It was just a setting in Streamlabs. So, hopefully we're good this week. But yeah, let's just get started into it. We don't have thankfully any super sad news this week.
Oh my gosh, you're right. It's been sad every week.
I know it's been pretty sad the past couple weeks, but this week in Geek,
everyone suffered.
I know everyone's going through something. 2021, the sequel to 2020.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Yeah. As myself, played more WoW, but not nearly as much as I have recently. I kind of took it really easy. Did Torghast, upgrade my legendary, and basically made sure I was current on storylines, but not too much else. Like, this is the first week I didn't actually get anything out of my vault, so that tells you that tells you how little I played this past week. But my vault last week did have I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but it had a 200 eye level weapon, and I got a 207 bracers off the world boss or something like that. So I don't know. I'm doing pretty good.
You made the right choice.
Okay, yeah, I made the right choice. But yeah, my legendary is up to like 225 now or 235. I don't know what the max is, but it's right below the max. So
it's not over 9,000.
Not yet. But as far as other stuff, played a bunch of Phasmophobia with friends. I'm really enjoying that. It's an interesting game. I didn't think I would get into this, but it's pretty fun.
You're welcome.
Also, I'm getting carried by my friends, and I have not been killed or
Nope.
yeah. So I don't know. It's a lot of fun. Heather's been just watching us because she bought it last Friday.
Yep.
Played the tutorial and then got it refunded.
Not even. Yep. I was like, this is not for me. And you've been playing it, and I've been watching our friend. I'll talk about my Week in Geek.
Okay.
We have some more stuff to talk about.
Yeah. The other thing is I've been playing some Dragon Ball FighterZ to learn the controls and all that stuff. So I'm picking that up because it's a really fun game and I'm really enjoying it. We also watched some Bridgerton, which is a interesting series. It's total. How do I say this without making it sound terrible? But I'm really enjoying it. It's trash TV.
The steamy bits. Yeah, it's like Gossip Girl plus Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I would say that.
You're right at the middle. I've already watched it once. That
last episode, though, I just had my head in my hands the entire time. So dumb. So
ridiculous.
But in a fun way.
There's a duel. That's all I'll say.
To duel.
Oh my gosh.
The other thing was I played a bunch of watched a lot of the NFL playoff games because there were 6 games this weekend. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, football. Sports.
Yeah, sports, traditional sports. I know. I'm a geek. Sports. I'm a geek who likes esports and traditional sports. Kill me.
No, not at least in Phasmophobia.
Yeah, there we go. Heather, what about you though?
I have done so much. I'm shaking my head. I haven't played any games this week at all. I have played 0 games, and I had to really think about that. I have not played any Blizzard titles whatsoever. I've thought about playing WoW, but I haven't touched it since we last talked. And then I have watched a lot of World of Warcraft lore. I decided just to bite the bullet and watch the spoiler videos. Like Tell I Also Never Tell, I love their talks about like the cinematics. So I'm like, I want to know what's happening. I've seen the screenshots.
I keep seeing their
So
videos come up, and I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it
mhm.
because I haven't gotten to that part in the game yet.
See, I gave in.
You gave in.
Uh,
I
I
will say
totally gave
though, I
in.
got to um a story part in Torghast that I kind of wasn't expecting to actually see in game for a while, but it was pretty cool. I
Mhm.
don't know, like I feel like it's not super spoilery, but like if you're wanting to be like spoiler free, like skip ahead like 30 seconds. This is your warning.
What
Um,
are you doing?
no, so there's a part when you go to save Thrall, and
Uh-huh.
you actually see Sylvanas and the jailer walk in, and so
Yeah,
you get
that's
to
not too
see the
spoilery.
in-game model of the jailer.
Mhm.
I wasn't expecting to see that for a bit, so I
He's
was a
big.
little surprised by that. He's a giant character.
He is.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so yeah, that happened, and then
Let's
yeah, you
see.
keep going because I was interrupting your weekend geek.
They blend together. We've seen a lot of each other this week. And then yeah, you bought Phasmophobia and kept it. I've been very brave, excuse me, in watching you guys play Phasmophobia. So I've been doing stuff on my computer or I've been knitting and I'll have like Phasmophobia on like my second screen on like a little tiny window and I'm like, I'll watch it haphazardly and I'll listen to Discord, not with headphones on. And I've seen some ghosts, I've seen some wraiths or whatever they're called, and I'm happy I'm not playing because I would freak out. I even panic when there's a haunt going or a hunt. I panic and I cover my mouth and I start breathing and yeah, it's a good thing I'm not playing. But I am enjoying it with friends, and I'll even like watch for things and like give feedback. I'm like, oh, there was no writing in the book, and
Mm-hmm.
um, try to help as best I can. And then what else have I done? I bought things and stuff came in the mail, which I can show later. So that's been kind of filling my Blizzard
There you go.
um, part of my life. And we had the Con Before the Storm, which we'll talk about in events in a bit. And that was super, super fun on Saturday. And I'm still reeling about how fun that was and watching Con Before the Storm stuff. And just really excited for BlizzCon Online. I'm
Mm-hmm.
super excited because it's so close yet so far that I can be excited about it and not be too like trying to not torture myself in that idea. So that's been like my weekend geek is no games, but just watching a lot.
Consuming content, which isn't a bad thing.
Yes, I do that a lot.
But you allude
On
to
to events.
we have this subheading in our notes called events, and it because of how things have been, it's been pretty sparse. But we did
Yeah.
get to talk a little bit about Calm Before the Storm, which if you're not familiar with, has been a long running event that runs right before BlizzCon, and
Hmm.
it does usually happen in person at the one of the hotels by the convention center in Anaheim. But with everything, with 2020 being what it is, and BlizzCon
21
2020
being the
getting
same
moved to
way.
2021, they decided
Yeah.
to do a kind of extended Calm Before the Storm. And we got to be a part of it. It was really cool. I feel like you want to talk about this more
Well,
than
it
me,
was
I
a
guess.
blast. Like I've totally like pitched it on like all of the social medias, like on our Twitter and Instagram and junk. And we got to sit and hang out and talk with Jen and Eric from Jen Eric Live and just talk about being a couple in like Blizzard content creation and just being a content creator in general. Um, but it was so much fun. It was like an hour and a half of just us all chatting about things and like realizing how we're similar yet completely different.
Yeah,
Um,
and one of the things I noticed is like I'd never really talked to them before, like maybe in passing on
nope.
Twitter or like in a Twitch stream maybe, but like we
Mhm.
just like instantly hit it off, I feel like. And I feel
Oh
like
yeah.
if we ever see them at a convention, we could just hang out with them, and it would feel like we've been friends with them for years, which is I don't know, that's kind of the joy of BlizzCon, the community it brings, is you meet all these
Hmm.
people and make these new friendships and all that stuff.
Well, and especially too, like being friends or being fans of the same stuff like being fans of like conventions and BlizzCons and video games and stuff like that, you can definitely have like you already have that bond of nerdiness in specific fields to kind of play off of. And it totally helps when once you like break the ice of like, okay, I like this, what do you like? And it's like the same thing. It's like that one scene in Step Brothers where we just became best friends.
Yeah.
It's literally that.
Oh yeah.
So we did that, and that was an hour and a half. If you want to go see the VOD, you can go to Con Before the Storm on Twitch, and they have it there with several other videos from this last weekend. And if you missed it, they're going to have more content for this weekend and related to Blizzard Entertainment games that you would normally cover for BlizzCon. Do you want to go through that list, or you don't want me to?
Yeah, I make sure you go to combeforethestorm.com/virtual-schedule for all the times on these. Just to make sure you know when they are in your time zone. January 15th will be the WoW Classic discussion and a Heroes of the Storm discussion. So that'll be a lot of fun. I know a good portion of the Heroes people, so it'll be good to hear from them and how they feel about the state of the game, considering I haven't had my pulse on on how Heroes is doing. So it'll be interesting to see what they say, especially with CCL and all the other kind of competitive stuff really starting to take off. So it's cool to see. And WoW Classic is always interesting to see just because I have the unique perspective of having played WoW Classic when it was brand new. And just seeing how,
oh man, you're flexing.
Seeing how kids these days like WoW Classic versus how it was when we played WoW Classic.
Yeah. Barathi Basin took 3 days.
No,
I remember you sharing that story.
No, it's Alterac Valley.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I did not play WoW Classic at all.
You
and
did.
Then on the 16th,
you did. Don't lie.
Barely.
You totally
once I barely even got my mount.
No, we dragged you through a bunch of raids. I feel like at one point, or maybe that was Burning Crusade. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know either.
Anyways.
And then on January 16th, which is Sunday, I believe, right? If I have a calendar up.
Sounds right.
Saturday. They have World of Podcasts again for Shadowlands Part 2. So they had a panel of talking about Shadowlands to start off Con Before the Storm, and they're having another one of a panel of people talking about Shadowlands, just different people partaking in that on the 16th. And then on the 17th, they have Celestilon. How do I say it?
Celestilon, I think.
Celestilon.
Sorry for butchering that. Chad.
If you see his face, you know him. But he's been big on the WoW, and I think the WoW. And what was the other game?
Hearthstone. He's like really high up in the development team now. I don't know exactly.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense because they also had Tyrion Gregory on. Oh, is that Ray playing with the toy?
That's my cat playing with the toy. I'm sorry, folks.
That dumb toy.
I keep forgetting to move it before we record, so that's my bad.
But they had Tyrion Gregory on the 12th, so I'm actually in the middle of that VOD talking about him and what he's like working at Warcraft. And it's just fun to see these like big people in Blizzard like talk about their fandom. And so I'll definitely love to see Celestilon's VOD or video when it comes up on Sunday, because that's the 17th. And I'm not even gonna bother with the times because it's East Coast and Pacific Coast, and I'm just like, just go to their website. And,
yeah, definitely check it out.
Yeah. And then BlizzCon Online is how many days away, Jimmy?
37 days away. We're getting so close, and I'm so excited.
So excited. February 19th and 20th. Online for free.
Yeah, I'm expecting Overwatch 2 news, Diablo 4 news, and probably some news on the next content patch for Shadowlands. So, and we're getting to this phase where we're deep in the middle of season 1 of Shadowlands. So, definitely expectation to hear some of that. Another thing I threw up under the events tag just because I thought it was kind of general Blizzard stuff.
Cool.
But Activision Blizzard actually had this program this year where I don't know if they've done it before, But I remember seeing a bunch of people tweet about this where Activision Blizzard gave employees $200 to donate to any cause that they want. And that ended up with $1.6 million being donated to 3,211 charities from 8,013 employees.
That's amazing. I remember hearing about this. That is fan-flippin-tastic.
Yeah, no,
That
it's
is really cool.
super awesome to see that. So,
That is a lot of money.
a feel-good story for 2021.
Well, it's companies giving back, and I think it's really nice that they allow their employees to pick the ones that are most important to them.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I remember hearing about. Is this the first time they've done this, or is this new?
I think it's new, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's amazing. That's really, really cool.
Yeah,
Good job, Blizzard, for donating.
Yep.
Especially when they didn't have to.
Yeah, and it's not required to. I mean, even if they're doing it just for tax reasons, they're doing a good thing in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But let's jump into some of the news this week. We had some new stuff for WoW as renowned stuff unlocks, but also we had some hot fixes today, which are pretty important if you're playing a Demon Hunter and use the Darkest Hour legendary, because it resolved an issue that prevented the Darkest Hour from granting darkness. So it wasn't working, apparently. I wasn't playing with it because it wasn't dark. So I don't play Tank Demon Hunter right now, so I wasn't even looking at this legendary, but it's definitely like, wow, that would suck to not have that work. Because darkness is an ability that all Demon Hunters have that lets you put this ability on the ground and you reduce damage while you're in that area on the ground. So it's a really good damage mitigation ability. So
good, they fixed it.
Yeah, they fixed it though. Darkest Hour would basically just trigger automatically when you go below 35% health. So
very cool.
Yeah, no, it was good. They fixed some other stuff too. There was a bug with Holy Priests wearing Zanishi, Return of the Archbishop Benedictus, which is a legendary as well. Where it no longer benefits from Spear Redemption during Benedictus Restitution. So I guess that was bugging out and making priests a little too powerful.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I really wanted to point out though is some nice things for accessibility stuff. The edge of the screen visual effects of the Cloak of Venari or Lingering Cloak of Venari can now be hidden by when selecting reduce camera motion or keep character centered and reduce camera motion in the accessibility settings menu. So that's like when you die in the Maw, I think. Or no, when you're made invisible in the Maw during certain parts. It would make the screen like really blurry on the sides.
Yeah.
So I could see that could be a problem for some people. So
exactly.
It was good that they did that.
That's good.
But yeah, there's all sorts of hot fixes.
UI stuff.
Yeah, UI stuff. I mean, there's hot fixes that have been past 4 days. There's a whole lot of stuff. Yeah. So definitely check that out if you're interested in seeing that, because there's a lot of stuff to go through. The other big thing was, I don't know if this was announced before or not, but Torghast is getting kind of bonus events, and this one's actually really cool. It says it went live on January 12th, but I swear when I ran Torghast on Monday night, this was already live. Basically, you get to choose different beasts during this event, which will go with you and provide a benefit to you. Either they'll go attack enemies or they'll provide buffs to you or something. For example, the ones they show here can stun enemies and taunt them, and other ones can increase your allies' combat abilities. So if you're going with a group, that one's better. You get a buddy. Yeah. And as you go through and get anima powers, you can actually get upgrades for these, which will make them even better, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I wonder if this was like planned or is this something that was just delayed because trying to release it not early?
Okay, it
Like
looks
this
like
new
this was
game?
planned because there's a schedule of events. Torghast Beast of
Oh,
Prodigum,
sure.
January 12th, April 6th, and June 29th. There's another one, Torghast Chorus of Dead Souls, February 9th, May 4th. And then Torghast Unbridled Darkness, March 9th and June 1st. So
That
I
is
don't,
for the full half a year.
yeah, I don't know what the other two are. I don't know if we know. So we'll have to
Yeah.
see as that
Well,
goes on, though.
you know what? And this is really neat because I know like it's this kind of goes with like the roguelike type of thing
Mm-hmm.
where I'm assuming like I've only played one of them and it wasn't even that great of a roguelike game. But it keeps it fresh because you're adding new factors in every so often. Like they even said at the very bottom that there's a rotating schedule of different activities. So it allows people to kind of not be bored with Torghast, which I've heard can be, especially if you're trying to get that mount.
Yeah, especially if you're
Um,
trying to power through it and do the maximum
mhm.
every week, it can be draining because it's a very I think it's really well done, but it's also very punishing if you don't complete it because you can get to
Mhm.
the boss and the boss is just too powerful for you for whatever
Mhm.
reason, and you're SOL for any soul
Yeah.
ash. You've spent an hour and you get nothing out of it, which is just feels bad in an MMO. Like
Like
this,
Willy Wonka, Good Day
yeah,
style.
like this probably wouldn't feel so bad in a roguelite, but in
Mhm.
an MMO where player progression is always something to keep you going, hitting that wall is pretty rough.
Well, at least you don't have like you D level or something.
Yeah,
It's
Final
not
Fantasy
dig at all.
11.
Yeah, not dig at all.
Nope, no dig at all.
I've never
No,
even
but
played it.
like I said, some other news though for this week. We are at the
Mhm.
final Covenant campaign chapter this week, so we can wrap up our the known storyline of the Covenant or Covenants you're on, depending on how many characters you're running right now. You can
I
get
have
up
four,
to
but not started.
level 24 of Renown. The first level from this week, if you're all caught up, which is 22, gets you the final campaign chapter and PvP upgrades. 23 gets you a mount, and 24 gets you a Soul Keeper upgrade. So you can actually get, I think, 15 souls now from the mall instead of, 15 redeemed souls instead of the 10 if you're all caught up, which are used for the upgrades in your Covenant in the
That sounds
buildings.
really dark and heavy. Like if I was like, this is a video games are like demonic. You can get 24 souls. Why not?
They're redeemed souls because they're souls in the maw, and you
Oh,
bring them to your
ooh.
Covenant.
These are the pretty mounts. Oh, I have a stupid bear. Like these mounts look really cool. There's a bear with fangs.
uh,
Oh, well, it goes with the theme. I guess everyone wants a vampire bear. I don't know.
I don't know that.
My favorite mount is the Ardenwield.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I even like the Maldraxxus mount.
The
That's
Maldraxxus one's
impressive.
interesting.
Yeah, that horn
Yeah,
combo is pretty cool. Well, I'm excited for another thing to grind for. Did I
yeah.
sarcastically
I
but
know.
partially want to say?
But the other big thing for those of you gearing up through the gear in the Covenant or in PvP Honor gear, you can actually upgrade your gear up to 197 now after the completion of the final chapter. So that's some really good catch-up gear if you've been particularly unlucky with gear.
Or just
Um,
not playing like me?
which I have a couple pieces of my Covenant gear, and it's actually been really nice to fill out the pieces I need. So a lot of good stuff there. Um,
Makes sense.
Speaking of other gearing up kind of things, the weekly bonus event for this week is our first World
Mm-hmm.
Quest bonus event for Shadowlands. Caretaker Call Toll in Orbus gives you this quest called The World Awaits, and you can also start
It's
the
a
quest
good title.
from the adventure guide, which is if you have default keybinds on, Shift J. And all you have to do is complete 20 world quests in Shadowlands in the week. And you get to choose one of the Covenant combinations for 500 rep in 3 multimodal anima containers, each worth 250 stored anima for your Covenant reservoir. So 750 anima. And also the passive buff for this week is a 50% increase to reputation gains from World Quest. So if you're looking to grind out those reps, this is the week to do it.
See, and I am so proud of myself that I understood all of that. I am so proud of myself. I'm like,
There
I
you
know what
go.
all that means.
Yep.
Haven't played a lot, but I know enough. And then World of Warcraft has some new stuff coming out, not necessarily with Shadowlands gameplay, but with Arena World Championship starting season 1. So pull up the infographics because there's some beautiful competition charts and panels and calendars up there to help make sense of this. It starts what day?
January 15th.
15th to March 7th. And they start the broadcast at around 10 a.m. Pacific time. The prize pool for this bad boy is $10,000 in US dollars. 3v3 best of five format. The infographic is this chart. Jimmy, can you explain that chart? Because I barely understand them.
Which one? The one
cups.
with all the cups? So
yes,
yeah, this just gives you the idea of there's going to be cups every weekend for next couple weeks. And that's going to give teams points based on how they do. And also, it looks like there's a misprint here. Because first says it's only 12 points, which doesn't make sense because second is 100. So I'm going to assume that it's 120 points.
That makes sense. We should tweet them.
Because 9th through 12th get 12 points. You should.
Oh my god, we should totally tweet them.
You should. And they show the casters and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then they have a huge calendar here so you can see when all the esports stuff is, as well as the Mythic Dungeon Invitational stuff. So if you're interested in WoW esports, there's a lot to look forward to over the next couple months. So this will be a lot of fun.
And I think one thing I like on the calendar is that it even says at the bottom that they are aware that AWC is running along Mythic Dungeon International right now. So in the calendar that they have for the next 3 months, they have each event happening for Blizzard esports, at least in relation to World of Warcraft. It's like, I'm actually going to save this image and save that on my desktop.
And so what they have is they're alternating each weekend. One will be Arena World Championship and other will be Mythic Dungeon Invitational, with a week off for BlizzCon Online, because that's the thing. But just a reminder, if you haven't checked out WoW Esports recently, they are exclusive on YouTube, so youtube.com/Warcraft. Make sure to, if you're wanting to get alerts for that, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell and all that crap that everyone tells you to do. But no, because you seriously need to do that if you want to get alerts about that, because YouTube still has a long way to go with discoverability of stuff. Like, it took a long time for them to surface Overwatch League stuff for me, even after I was watching it every week.
I just rang the bell.
Oh.
So I just did that.
There you go.
So I'm good. But that'll be fun. It's more fun stuff like with World of Warcraft related to that you can get sucked into to make the time go by before BlizzCon Online starts.
Exactly. And you can go watch your Arena World Championship to complain about which class is broken in PvP.
Yep. Which class is broken? Which one do you think it is? I have no idea.
I don't actually know.
I'm going to say Death Knights.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay, cool. Let's see if I'm actually right. What should I actually watch now?
I was watching Bajira play though, and he looked like he was having a lot of fun on his warrior with the Ardenweald powers. So
I forgot about that.
We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's World of Warcraft news this week. We do have some actually really cool Overwatch news for this week with the Kanekaza community tournament to coincide with the new deathmatch map, which came out yesterday, which we talked about a month ago, I think, when Jeff kind of announced it through developer video. And
that was a fun surprise because they're like, we came up with this really cool thing. We hope you like it, and it's coming out.
Yeah, soon. I mean, I think a lot of people were expecting no like major content coming out from Overwatch until Overwatch 2
Until
came out.
BlizzCon. Yeah,
Well, until Overwatch 2 came out, because they're really
exactly.
pushing on that. But we got a deathmatch map. It's a nice map. I played it a little bit last night. But they're going to have a really fun community tournament, and you can actually sign up for this till January 21st. Matches will be held the 22nd to 24th using the Game Battles tournament platform, and all matches will be played in the 4v4 team deathmatch format. And 2 Overwatch League players will be eligible to compete per team, and only 2 can play on a team at a given time. So they don't want the Overwatch League players together to just form a team and just steamroll through this, which is understandable. Exactly. It also makes it a little more fun that way, because then you have like 2 Overwatch League players and 2 content creators or something like that. So
yeah,
Overwatch League is going to be hosting this, each with their own $10,000 prize pool. And you can catch the semifinals and finals on the official Overwatch League YouTube channel, youtube.com/Overwatch League.
Yep. That looks really fun.
No, it should be super fun.
It's a 3-day weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for $10,000, why not? Like, shoot.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad deal if you win that. I'd love to win that.
And then with every new map, they always have this fun like event where you can get sprays or skins and stuff like that. And so they have the same type of idea with the how do we say this? Kanazaka challenge. Pull up that website for us. And it starts now until the 25th, where you can get basically player icons, 7 unique sprays, a Koyogisha Hanzo Epic skin, which I think it is. So a total of 9 new rewards. There's a really fun video about it. Are we playing it?
Yeah, I'm sure enough. There's like a ramen shop. And I found out if you don't have your graphics on at least medium or higher, you won't see the ramen in the ramen shop.
Oh, really? Just like a bowl?
Yeah, because a friend I play with, he runs on lowest, which a lot of competitive people do. And he's like, I don't see it. I'm like, I walked over with it. I'm like, you don't see this right in front of me? The ramen bowl's here. Oh man.
They pick up a cat. Oh, that's the cat.
Well, that's an emote. That's an emote from Brigitte.
Brigitte.
Yeah, Brigitte.
I
hate you.
I love it.
And
in the video, if you go to the YouTube channel, they actually have the video, the sprays, and everything else. So let's see. One of the ways to get it, I believe, is to play the game, right? Is that correct?
Yeah. So basically, it's going to be like the normal, all the other normal events where you just get 9 wins in any mode, basically quick play, arcade, competitive, etc. And you'll get the skin. And you have 2 weeks now for it, January 25th. But also, what they always like to do is give incentives for players or to go watch Twitch streamers. And if you watch anyone who's streaming Overwatch for 2 hours, you get 1 spray. For 4 hours, you get 2 sprays, and for 6 hours, you get 3 additional sprays.
Those are super cute.
Yeah, just make sure you are, or you have your Blizzard account attached to your Twitch account.
Yes.
You can find all the information over on twitch.tv. And they highlight a couple streamers here. I was actually watching Emong and Fran today.
Okay.
They're really great Overwatch streamers. If you're looking for high level content creators, they're super awesome. So definitely check them out. But there's a huge list. But like I said, anyone who is playing in the Overwatch category will allow for those drops to be obtained. And it doesn't have to be all at once.
Yourself included?
Yes, I've actually gotten spray drops from my own stream because it counts as me watching my stream when I have it up in Streamlabs OBS.
Cool.
Which is kind of funny. But yeah, just a reminder, it doesn't have to be all done at once. It's just cumulative. So if you watch 30 minutes today and another 2 hours another day, that'll count towards the total. And they're cute sprays. I really like these ones.
I really love, and it's really nice. It's like very much I almost want to say they look like stickers. like little cute hand-drawn stickers
Oh yeah, they
almost in
do.
other sprays. And there's like, is it Genji? What's his name? Genji, right?
Hmm.
He's eating ramen. Yeah, there's a Genji eating ramen. It looks adorable. And then there's even a cat from the cat cafe on a little scratching post. And there's a little puppy at a pottery wheel. I'm assuming that's Diva. That's in the cute little spray next to the puppy.
I think so, with
It's
purple
a
hair.
female with
I
black
don't know.
hair. Yeah, purplish black. It's not Sombra, that's for sure. Um, but they're very, very adorable sprays. I want to get these as stickers. Blizzard, can you make stickers, please, for like the stationary
They
nerds
could
out
make
there?
stickers for like all the sprays, and they would be
Please,
amazing.
just make some stickers. Like, and all my notebooks that I bought from you, please give me stickers.
Exactly.
Um,
Oh my
so,
gosh.
but yeah, so that'll be really, really fun. And this goes on till the 25th of January. So
Yeah,
you
so
got
you
about
have
2
2 weeks.
weeks. All right, I need to make a note of that.
Or less than two
Remind
weeks,
me,
but
Jimmy.
12
Remind me,
days. I
Jimmy.
don't know. Math is hard. I will remind you.
Thank you, because I want. Yeah, if you're streaming Overwatch, please let me know, because I want to like. I actually really want these sprays.
Just
Oh, and then
spoiler: I just throw up a stream during my work day.
oh, I can totally do that. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that idea. Um, and then what's really cool is watching the YouTube video that they have talking about the map. There's this lore, I guess, that's hidden in the game, or there's a scroll that's in the game. If you click the link, you can actually see the artwork from it. And it's basically I'm surmising it as best I can because it's a very long story and it's very deep in the Kanezaka map. It's basically a letter from a woman, I think her name is Asha, to her husband. And in this scroll, they translate it because there's, some smart nerds out there. And it basically, first of all, it's beautiful. Take the time to read it. It's like a short story. It's beautiful visually, descriptions and details of like cherry blossoms and the snow-capped mountain and the sky and the clouds and blossoms flowing in the air. It is just beautiful. But it also talks about the lore of the map, where it basically talks about the two rival gangs or clans, if you want to call it that,
Mm-hmm.
within the city. So there's the Shimada clan, which is where our two favorite bros come from, and the Hashimoto and the Hashimoto criminal organization.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that, the letter is written from the wife to her husband who's gone. He's been gone for a while, it seems like. And the wife is in a unique position because she was part of the Shimada clan and talks about the Fox Temple, which is really cute because in the spray, I noticed that in the graffiti looking spray from this in-game challenge reward, there is a fox, and in the game map, there are fox temples and statues there. And they reference that in the letter in a beautiful way. That this woman, she is the crafter or the sword master crafter person um, of the Shimada clan, and then the Hashimoto criminal organization kind of has taken over the city now from events that have happened over the past couple years, it seems. So she's talking about how the Hashimada has ruined things and how they're bleeding into all the other cities and how
Mm-hmm.
great it was with the Shimada and how the family and this and that. So it's very much a letter of like, here's the current state of affairs and the positives and negatives and, lamenting back then. And it even talks about Yui's dog Mochi. So the pottery barn and the sticker in the video, there's a
Yeah.
pottery barn, and it actually says Yuri's dog Mochi is getting on in years, but his likeness still spins on the sign of the pottery school. And so watching that video clip, there's that little animatronic spinning puppy dog making a little pottery, and that's one of the sprays you can get. So it's really, really cool to see like the story of the lore, even if just like a letter going into the map, and then just those really cool details that I love. And he even talks about, I think, the ramen shop as well, how there's like a the ramen shop there has like a really black garlic oil that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want some Overwatch lore on this new map, which is really, really cool, read the love letter or the letter to her husband and just kind of get immersed into it, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, I like that they're trying to do a little bit more lore stuff
Mm-hmm.
going forward. So
It's not like
I'm
a
excited for
biography
that.
like, "Hey, here's the history of the city." It's a letter from a wife to her husband, and,
Mhm.
there's some people that she mentions and groups and gangs and stuff like that, and it's like, "Oh, that makes sense now." When I go on the map, I'm definitely gonna look at those and while I'm getting killed.
You can just make a custom game and walk around in it without getting shot at.
I've done that once for Blizzard World. I should do that again. Yeah, especially if there's a cat cafe, I should do that.
Yeah,
Redo that.
no, it's cool.
Yeah. All right,
But
next game,
yeah,
Jimmy.
next game that we have some news for is Hearthstone, which is getting
Mm,
some significant changes to a couple cards, including the big bad Edwin Van
dun dun
Cleef.
dun.
He's getting changed from a 3-cost card to a 4-cost card because he has been performing extremely well lately. The highest win rate card in multiple rogue archetypes.
Wow.
And they're concerned with the frequency of very early 8-8 or 10-10 in Edwin Van Cleef's, and so
Hmm.
they're like, well, let's just bump up the cost so that he's not able to come out quite so early. Just that one
Yeah.
turn is enough to help make it not as effective. And that reminds me, I need to go disenchant it because
Oh.
what happens when they change cards is you can disenchant them for the full value of the card of dust. So, I mean, if you have it in your collection, and the thing is, I believe it's getting rotated into, um, I can't remember the proper term that they call it, but they're like legacy mode. So like, it's not going to
Yeah.
be in a part of the current rotation of standard. Yeah, there we go. We were planning on rotating Edwin out of standard in a few months. Still are more info on that soon. So definitely dust it if you have it in your collection. Get that full value. The other card
That just
is
went over my head.
yeah. Well, you can craft cards with the dust.
Yes, I know that.
And disenchanting them is
Mhm.
4 times less value than it costs to craft it. So since Van Cleef is a legendary, it costs 1,600 to craft it, and you would only
Mhm.
get 400 normally if you disenchanted it, basically. But since it's gotten changed, you get the full value in removing it now. So you
Okay.
get 1,600 dust, and you can then craft any other legendary you wanted to.
Okay.
uh, the other card getting changed is the Bog Spine Knuckles. The
He
attack is
looks
being dropped from
creepy.
4 to 3.
What is that? Is that a primordial
I,
ooze bug thing?
I don't know what it is.
Or is that an armor?
Yeah. But yeah, this is just a target towards Evolve Shaman. So it would be interesting to see how that changes it. Um. Oh, and a couple Battlegrounds stuff as
Mhm.
well.
A balance.
Balance update. Oh, this is a huge nerf. This is a
Alestria?
huge
The
nerf.
immortal. Uh-oh.
From a 7/7 card down to a 4/4 card. So losing 3 attack and 3 health.
She still looks amazing in that pose. So the card still looks awesome.
I mean,
But
yeah,
yeah,
the
that is a
art's
nerf
still
completely.
going to be
I understand
amazing.
that.
Yeah, I mean, you can understand 3 less health and attack
Yeah.
is a big nerf. Oh, but yeah, that's kind of it for news this week. I think we're still waiting for a lot of stuff to come out for BlizzCon Online, so we might be
Super, super exciting.
finding more community stuff in the next couple weeks, probably for new stuff.
Well, I think especially we have a lot of tournament related stuff and community stuff for Overwatch and WoW too. So we can
Mm-hmm.
talk about those each week as we go and hopefully remind me to watch them because I always want to and then I forget when the weekend comes by. Um, but let's see. I guess we'll move on to IRL loot,
Yeah, it's
right?
your thing.
This is my shindig. All
It
right.
is your shindig.
So I bought things and they came in the mail. Can I show them?
You can show them.
Okay. So the first thing I got is actually the only thing I got in the mail was really the Tokidoki order that I made. And I'll talk about the website on their the items and how much they cost now. But the Tokidoki items came in, And the first thing I got was the little cute coin purse that came with the Overwatch. What's the word I'm looking for? The Overwatch print. And super, super cute. It's really, really small. It will fit a few cards. It's nothing, I'm not really going to store much in here. Maybe chapstick. Will chapstick fit in here? Yeah, chapstick can easily fit in there. It's not a big deal.
Chapstick fits in everything.
This is like, if it can hold chapstick, then it's somewhat useful to me. Let's see. I was hoping for like a cool print. Like I have a little bit of like a tracer print on here. Diva is like hidden underneath in the bottom of it, so a little bit there. And then I have a little bit of like a Genji and Lucio on the bottom. I do have like this really cool unicorn looking dragon on the back, which is kind of neat. And then Sombra's little cats there in the corner. So I know not buying this in person, I am missing out on like getting to pick the best print cut of the fabric, but it's still stinking adorable. And then the notebook came in the mail, so I get to see all the prints. And they're so cute. I forget what they are on the inside, but it's an orange. Oh, this one's really cool. It's an orange grid. So if you like to do grid bullet journaling or something like that, or drawing even, all the pages are the same. They have the characters on the sides, but it's an orange print grid. Really, really cool notebook. I've noticed that these actually notebooks are a lot thicker than most of the Tokidoki notebooks in general, because I got a generic one too. The other notebook I got was another Overwatch, and this is kind of the Deadlock Rebels. It says on the back at least, but it has Moira and Hammer Down. What's his face? Reinhardt. A lot like the beefy characters, I feel. And then Bob and Ash in the front.
Love Bob.
Bob is so good. And then this one it's a lined paper, and it has some artwork on the bottom of some of the characters, and then I think on the other side too. So only on the bottom corners they have each of the gangs or the groups of people to be adorable on each page. Let's see, and then the back is really cute. It has Bob and Ash on the back, which is pretty adorable.
That is really adorable.
And they made stickers of Tokidoki, Blizzard. I remember because you bought them and you have them.
I have them, and they're on my computer tower.
Make more stickers. I want stickers. Oops, I pull my cable. And then another thing that came in the order was, because it was just so cheap, was a cute little Tokidoki notebook as well, just a generic one. This is just super cute, like LA, Tokyo themed stuff. But this one's unique is because it has lined paper, which is colored, but it has colored images on the inside, not just black and white or just one color print. So I noticed that was a difference. But they are thinner than the Overwatch ones. So if you want to go for thickness, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, the Overwatch ones are a bit thicker on page numbers than the other ones are. So I did not notice that difference because I don't buy a lot of Tokidoki stuff. But it's good to know that the Overwatch ones are a little bit higher quality. And then if you wanted to get it on the website, I did have this already because I don't buy things. But it's another Overwatch themed notebook. I actually already had this from, I forget where I bought it, but I have it. But it's just a cute little Mercy, Lucio. And it is yellow lined and images on the corners. And they each have each of the heroes. So like there's a Mercy page. There's a Genji and Hanzo page on the corners. And this one's my favorite because it's Sombra. So there's that one with the cute little cat in the corner.
There you go.
So yeah, if you want to get more notebooks, they now with the online, I'll jump ahead. The sale for Tokidoki is no more. They're now regular price, but you can still get them on their website or through Blizzard or through other third-party retailers. All right, that's my show and tell of all the stuff I bought. I did buy some Hearthstone coasters, but I left them at your apartment. I don't know if you can see them where you're sitting. They're in the white bookcase to your left. Do you see them?
I think I know where they are. Hold on one sec.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see them. Okay. I will bring them over.
I'm on the Blizzard Gear store. They actually had the woodcut Hearthstone coasters. I'm like, these are really, really cute. So I was like, I'll bring them to Jimmy's apartment, and I forgot to show them off. And I showed them to you and then never put them back. So yep. And they're really lightweight. There's like a cork on the back, so they don't slip or slide. I have not tested them with water or anything yet, but God, they're pretty. Because it's just like a wood cut with a 3D printer. A 3D cutter, I should say.
God, that foam smells.
Oh yeah, the packaging was falling apart. And I think that's one thing that we know is like a lot of these clearance items, like the packaging's not lasting time. But look how pretty it is. And it's lightweight. Show the back.
Yeah, they're super lightweight. I'll show the back in just a second.
And I'm like, it's an adult purchase. We can totally buy more coasters. Who doesn't need more coasters, right?
Always need coasters. Yeah,
Always need
these are
coasters.
nice. I like these.
Aren't they?
I'll have to try them out
Yep.
and let you know how the water does.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully it like absorbs it or just kind of repels. Let's see. Okay. So that's all the show and tell I have per se. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So on to the stores. Jimmy, I will wait for you to get links
I
up
already
when
have
you're
them
ready.
up, so we're ready to go.
Oh, you are prepared.
Uh-huh.
All right. Hot Topic and box lunch. There is
Ilden, you were
nothing
wrong.
new. I see what you did there. Good job.
Sorry.
Good job. You are prepared. Hot Topic box lunch, nothing new, nothing fancy. Same sales as always. If you want to get them, check them out. Jinx, I pulled up, scroll down a bit. Jinx is having a lot of Overwatch clearance of items. So last week I talked about lots of hats and wallets on sale for $6. They're expanding that to keychains that are $5. So there's all the cute little diva keychains or a tracer keychain for $5. You know, why not get them now? Because they're such a cheap price. And there's also a lot of Overwatch t-shirts. We keep scrolling through, it's from the lowest to highest prices. They're $7. So it might be select sizes on those because they're trying to clearance out specific shirts. But, you know, if you want some Overwatch gear that you didn't get over the years, go to Jinx and check them out because, you know, they are the realtor of them.
Oh, yeah, there's some
Realtor.
good ones. There's the Sombra Glow in the Dark one for $7.
Exactly. Like the Soldier 76 looks really cool. And then if you really, really wanted, and mine is over there, the Overwatch Ultimate hoodies. They have a lot of them. I don't know if they have all of them, but they do have a lot of them, and they are $20, $20 versus normally being 60. If you have not gotten them
Yeah,
yet,
I see that. I just got to that on scrolling.
yeah.
These are
So if
pretty
you want to get
nice. We have the Moria one, and you also have the Sombra one as well, right?
Yep.
So $20 for a pretty good hoodie.
Exactly. It's very thick. It's very warm. Long arms, long torso. They are a bit snug because it's a thicker fabric, but it's extra cozy that way. Let's see. I bet you they're going to come out with a new line of hoodies or something. Like that's where we haven't seen anything. Especially since they're trying to clearance these guys out. I do wish I missed it. Blizzard, if someone can get me the ultimate hoodie of the Black Cat Diva. That's what I want. I missed it. I put it on like an alert on my phone to go on the website and buy it, and I was working.
I forgot that they had that.
It only was like a one-time thing, and I've been waiting ever since.
Hopefully they'll bring it back.
Yeah, that's right. That's all we have for Jinx. Just a lot of Overwatch clearancing out of a lot of their merch because Overwatch has a lot of merch. Loungefly, as I mean, Loungefly, I meant Tokidoki. The Tokidoki stuff is regular price now. So if you want to get the notebooks and everything like that, they were at a sale price. So if you have a coupon code for Tokidoki, feel free to use that. I don't have any on the top of my head. Loungefly, nothing new. Hopefully they'll have something for BlizzCon. That'd be fun. Because I know the Sylvanas backpack, I believe, was a Loungefly backpack from BlizzCon, or very similar quality. So I'm hoping they come out with some new ones. I almost bought that Sylvanas backpack, but I didn't. Let's see, Jujubee for those really cool like diaper bags or what have you, basic convention backpacks or bags. Their merch is completely gone. So there is no more World of Warcraft merch from that on their website.
I feel like they've been clearancing those forever, so it was kind of just a matter of time.
Yeah, and it's a modification of like the last year's theme too, where it's different colors or more characters. So I think they just modify it each year. So who knows if there's a new pattern coming up? I bet there would be. I do know GGB was moving a lot of their stock into Hot Topic or Box Lunch, but you weren't able to use coupon codes with those. So maybe that's what they did was like, hey, Hot Topic and Box Lunch has the warehouses, take them from us. would make sense to me. But you can't get them from GGB directly right now. Alt Gear has the same 40% coupon sale going on still. I don't know how long the sale is. I keep looking at the small text waiting for an end date, but it's still there. So if you have not gone to their sale tab at the very top bar, go get some really cool street gear looking Overwatch League merch. I'm still really tempted to get some of those team t-shirts because God, they're so cool.
The
Like,
team
very
t-shirts
artsy.
are pretty nice.
Like the Excelsior one looks good. I haven't watched Excelsior's team, but the shirt looks so good. Let's see. And the code is 40 shop, 40 shop. Let's see. This is interesting. Onto the Amazon window of merch, I
Mhm.
found something newly released or soon to be released. It is a new book that I haven't seen on any of the other websites. Granted, I'm not following them that closely, but I kind of think I am. There is a World of Warcraft Folk and Fairy Tales of Azeroth hardcover book coming out April 14th, 2021. So in about 2 months, February, March, April, 3 months. It's $35 hardcover. I'm assuming it's very similar to the recent Guide of Azeroth type of book here, but it's really, really cool. So I'm going to read the blurb that's behind it. Monsters, mystery, and magic abound in this stunning illustrated collection of original fairy tales from World of Warcraft universe, as told in an all-star cast of best-selling, award-winning storytellers. So it says, the power of stories is felt and known in every corner of Azeroth, from the windswept fields of the Eastern Kingdoms to the bustling city of Gajestan. Differences were bridged by common tales of average people overcoming incredible odds. Lessons learned from the cautionary tales tempered by brave heroes and brought them safely home, while stories of adventure spurred history's most remarkable actors of greatness. Now you can too settle in, lay down your armor, and listen to the wondrous tales of adventure and peril in the folk of fairy tales of Azeroth, brimming with gorgeous artwork and 12 inspired stories crafted by fantasy's brightest authors, including, here's the list, Garth Nix, Catherine M. Valent, Cami Garcia, and more. This enchanting anthology brings new voices, new meaning, and new wonder to World of Warcraft. I want it.
It looks
And
cool,
there's
and
a
all the art or the writers. That's a pretty star-studded writing lineup there.
Mhm. There's a Tuskar on the cover.
There is.
I was like, this is a cool cover. It has a
No, the
Tuskar in the
artwork
bottom
is
corner.
so gorgeous.
And there's even Volpera in the upper left corner.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. If you look at the top of that, what is that thing above the words World of Warcraft? It's like a
Oh,
little weird tailed
it's
hook.
the wing of the dragon.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. But
Yeah.
God, looks so cool. Like I have an anthology fairy tale book of Korean fairy tales my dad got me when I was a kid, and I still love like flipping through it and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
now we have one of World of Warcraft because it's amazing.
That's awesome.
Um so yeah, that's a soon to be released on April 14th, 2021. It's on Amazon right now. I'm assuming it will be on the Blizzard Gear Store because it's a Blizzard product. But if you want to pre-order it, you can go on Amazon right now.
Yeah, it usually makes its way over there.
Yeah. Let's see. The next thing I found on Amazon was a Jinx item, ironically enough, and it's a Heroes of the Storm Winmore knit palm knit beanie. That's a lot of words. It's a beanie of Heroes of the Storm, and it looks cool. It's basically the Nexus colors of the purple and the teal and the gray, and it has a cute little tag on the corner of the brim
Mm-hmm.
and a cute pom pom on top.
I feel like I'd like it
10
more without the tag.
I could probably take it off.
Yeah, I know.
I have a seam ripper. I could do that.
I already have enough beanies though.
That's true.
I'm good.
Um, but it's $10, which is a great price versus 20. So if you missed out on it at Jinx, you can definitely get it on Amazon. It is from the Jinx store, so it's not a knockoff, which is kind of nice. And then this is new to me. So we know that StarCraft has had a book series. They have books, they've had mass paperbacks, they've had them in hardcovers or what have you, or soft covers. But I never realized that there's audiobooks. and I love me some audiobooks. So depending on how you purchase or download audiobooks, you could go on Amazon and use your Kindle or Audible account. But they have the StarCraft book series 1 through 3 on Amazon or Audible. And then they also have the StarCraft, the Dark Templar Saga, 3 books on Audible or Kindle. So I know I'm going to be checking out my Libby app and seeing if I can get those from my local library
Yeah.
because I miss the StarCraft lore. That's why one of the things I miss about not having StarCraft around is I would love watching people play through StarCraft just to get the storyline and all the characters too.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they can, and even with Nova, right? The Nova, not expansion, but what is it? The content?
It was DLC for or the StarCraft 2 single player.
Mm-hmm. So if you haven't got enough StarCraft lore or you miss it, you haven't read the books yet, go check out the audiobooks. Because I know I'm going to. Thank you, Amazon, for helping me find that. Let's see.
Yeah, I want do want to make a note. It does look like only the first book of the series is on Audible.
Why? They're not all on Audible? I probably am wrong. I did
No.
not look that closely. Okay. Well, Blizzard, hop on that.
Fix it.
Make 2 and 3 on Audible.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. They're not on Audible. That's disappointing.
Yeah, just the first
Okay,
one.
well, okay. Good point. Well, I at least got 1 out of the 3. Maybe I have them in paperback form. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But reading it and listening to it are 2 different things. Okay, next store is the Overwatch League store. And this one you reminded me of over the weekend. That Fanatics has a separate store selling Overwatch League merch. They're having a big old sale over there. There's no end date on the coupon code. It is 45% off all orders with exclusions
May
apply,
apply.
of course. I know. The coupon code is GAME45. But you can click your favorite team and find any new merch or what have you. I will say the website is not the best, and I say that with a frown on my face. You're better off going through the type of merch you want to look at, like home or accessories or office or hoodies or t-shirts, like at the top tab, clicking the category of what you want. Once you click that, you can then select your team of choice. So if you wanted to look at hats, you would go to clothing or hats, and then you would go to Valiant or Gladiators, which is the better team. And then it would show you from there. Because if you go to your team directly, it only shows like hoodies, and it's kind of hard to jump through the website to find those things.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
But I know those hats look really good, don't they?
I actually really like this, especially this black one.
I know. We had a cart like saved to my account over the weekend, and I'm like, do we really want these? Or are we just liking them because they're on sale? And it's a little bit of both
because
right
we were
now.
looking at jerseys, and I was like, oh, the old jerseys from like 2 seasons ago are actually like super cheap. But
I know. Like, I love the Sure 4 jersey for Gladiators, but then he's not on the team anymore.
I know, that's the hard thing. So the funny thing is we've come full circle because Agilities is now back on LA Valiant. He wasn't for season 3, but he was
Does
for
he have the
season
same
1
number?
too. I would think so.
I would hope, right?
Yeah.
Unless they're like, no, we're gonna make him 8.
Yeah, exactly.
Make you buy another shirt. So yeah, if you want to get some Overwatch League gear on top of the Ult Gaming gear, check out the Overwatch League store for a coupon code. There is no end date, but once again, look at those exclusions because it's Fanatics.
Mm-hmm.
Next one onto the Blizzard gear store. Nothing new, of course, with the franchises because BlizzCon Online is around the corner. I did look at some of the clearance items, and there was like 2 new things that I noticed, either new to me or just noticed in general. Have you pulled them up yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first one is the men's Winston natural. These titles are really funky.
Men's
It's a Winston hoodie.
Natural Overwatch Lunar Ops Pullover Hoodie. Say that 3 times fast.
No. It's a Winston themed hoodie. It looks like the Lunar Ops hoodie that they wear, like, or it's like the map, right? It has the logo of the Lunar Ops. It looks really, really cool. It's like a whitish or gray hoodie with like yellow accent on the front and the back with like the cord and the pocket lining. It is $45. No, it was $45. It is now $24 in sizes small to 3XL. So it has all of
There
the
you go.
sizes
Yep.
and it looks really, really sleek. It's like casual yet nerdy enough. If you know, you know. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Um,
And I like the
and then
Overwatch print on the hoodie.
on the shoulder.
No, on the inside of the hoodie.
Oh, I did not catch that. That is cute. That
It's pretty
detail.
cool.
Because I'm watching it on the stream while you're talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is neat. Okay. That's why I'm like, did you pull it up? Because I know there's a delay. And then the other thing I noticed was the Overwatch backpack hanger. So I remember these cute. Do I have mine right here? I normally have them next to my desk. No, I do not. The backpack hangers that people love to buy. It's a mystery bag and it's super cute and small. They're now on sale for $4 instead of $7. I know that Targets carry them. I know that Hot Topics carry them. So if you were, I even saw them at Five Below. There's like a Claire's wannabe store called Five Below, and I remember my students telling me that they sell them there, or they used to. So if you have not mass swarmed or purchased a lot of these, you can now if you want
Mm-hmm.
to.
I remember when they had a bunch at the Blizzard Arena.
Yes, exactly. And I know there's some gold figurines, like a gold Reinhardt is one of the popular ones. The one thing I forgot to bring up, hon, could you pull up the old BlizzCon stuff in the notes?
Yeah, I actually have that up,
I
I
skipped
think,
over that
already.
one.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So in honor of BlizzCon almost being here, if you go to the Blizzard Gear store and just type in the Blizzard products, not by game, but just by Blizzard franchise type of things, they have a lot of the BlizzCon merch from years past. And we've talked about them before, like the 2019 BlizzCon exclusive gaming mat, or a BlizzCon 2019 exclusive ceramic mug, or a blah 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 blah. No, I'm kidding. The Blizzard 4 badge series, uh, Velcro patches from Series 3 patches, Series 6 pins, Series 7 pin collector editions. So if you really want to buy some old school Blizzard merch now, you can. They have it there for you on the Blizzard Gear store. And
Yeah, there's all sorts
it
of
just
stuff
makes
there.
me miss the BlizzCon in person. But yeah. I think that's all the IRL loot that we kind of went through. You know, they're very sparse right now because BlizzCon's coming up.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot to go through with the BlizzCon coming out, so we'll have to wait and see. But
Well, I'm sad too
yeah.
because like normally I know they always release the Blizzard Gear store to like the virtual ticket holders early, so you would have your stuff, your merch before BlizzCon
Mhm.
started. So I'm
Yeah,
getting anxious. Like I want to buy stuff and have it with me. Like I want a new pillow to hug while watching BlizzCon stuff on my computer. Blizzard,
exactly. Yeah.
please, and stickers.
Hopefully soon. We'll see though. I don't know. It's going to be very different than what we're used to. Not just
Yeah.
because it's online, but
Well, and I think
all
even too, like,
logistics will be different.
yeah, the stream will be different. Like I remember I've stayed home a couple of years, like once or twice, watching BlizzCon from home. Like I didn't want to go to the convention because I was crazy. Um, and watching it at home is fun, but then it's also like the format's going to be different. It's people sitting at desks or on streams or what we're doing here on Discord or what have you, where it's not like a big community thing where people are there in an audience. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited for it. Hopefully it goes well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to have a keynote without like audience
Crowd.
feedback. That's going to be really
For
strange.
better or worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 35 days, 33 days. BlizzCon is 37 days away.
Yeah. I'm like, we have it in the notes somewhere.
Scroll really quickly.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. But yeah, I think that'll wrap it up for episode 24 of the Nexus podcast. Again, this is Heather and Jimmy breaking down all the important news in the world of Blizzard Entertainment. nexuspodcast.com for all your old episodes on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast, Stitcher, TuneIn, and all the other wonderful podcasting platforms out there. Hashtag Nexus Podcast to discuss all the Blizzard stuff throughout the week. And old video episodes are up on youtube.com/DJ Tyrant in a playlist. And you can find our Facebook page or Discord group via our social media pages if interested, or search Nexus Podcast. Before we go, where can people find you?
I am H Sailor Moon.
And I'm DJ Tyrant everywhere. Feel free to check out my content and stuff. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week for some more Blizzard news. And as always,
Don't forget to
stay tight.
love it. Bye.